Hi, welcome to this video. For those of you that are new here, my name's Ollie. Hi. For the last 4 or 5 years now, I've been writing this science fantasy story, and I am currently trying to use NaNoWriMo to finish this draft of the story. It's technically not the first draft, but it feels like the first draft because it's so different to the original first draft, if you see what I mean. So yeah, this is my first NaNoWriMo, as I've said in the previous videos, and it's not that it's going badly. Well, I guess it kind of is going quite badly, but I don't feel too bad about it. Let me explain. So I thought I'd do an update on how NaNoWriMo has been going so far. We're 7 days into it now. We're 8 days into it now. It's the 8th of November as I speak. And I thought this would be a good point to do sort of my first update on how it's going. Now, I'm sure everyone who is watching this knows what it is, but for those who don't, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. The idea is to write a 50,000 word novel in the month of November. Now, at the beginning of November, I happened to need 50,000 more words in my current draft to finish this story. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to finish it ahead of schedule. So I just checked my NaNoWriMo login, and by the 8th of November, I should be at just over 13,000 words. I think it's 13,300 and something. I'm not at that. Let's just say that. Okay, so here's what's happened. Now, the month started off okay. Not great, but okay. I haven't yet met my daily word count in any of the days so far. Now, what really hit me hard was that I missed the 3rd of November. I didn't do any writing on the 3rd. Basically, we'd been away in Stockholm near the end of last month. I had to catch up with work. It's just, yeah. I've mentioned before in my other videos, I am severely organizationally challenged. So it was a big ask anyway to do 50,000 words this month. I'm not giving up on it yet because I still really would love to meet that goal. But I don't know. It's tricky. It's really difficult. So currently, I'm sitting at 7,840 words in total, which is about halfway to what I should be at right now. So in that way, it doesn't feel great. I feel like I'm already kind of failing, but I'm not allowing myself to feel too bad about it because it's taken me so many years to get to this point in this story. And the fact that I've done almost 8,000 words in the first few days of this month, and also gotten over a huge, difficult part of the story which I was struggling on, I kind of feel like I've succeeded in that way. Actually, before recording this video now, I just watched the new Vlogbrothers video where John Green is talking about his own version of NaNoWriMo that he started. And he calls it something like Nafadoi Bimscum, which I think he said means National Finish a Draft of Your Book, come on, month. Which honestly is how I've been thinking about NaNoWriMo anyway. Obviously, NaNoWriMo exists because it's trying to set this deadline for people who are quite often innately bad at setting their own deadlines, like myself. So it does require that sort of element of pressure and the element of that competitiveness. You know, on the website, there are badges you can win whenever you sort of do 2 days of writing in a row, for example. And there's lots of stats and it tells you where you should be. And just by the nature of all that, it can make you feel quite guilty when you don't do thousands of words in a day. And I am very prone to feeling guilty about everything in life. So just sort of taking what I've done already, I might have what feels like a really good writing session where I do 1,300 words and I finish a chapter and I get to this next point in the story and I've moved everything on. And actually I read everything back and I'm quite pleased with what I've written. But then when I go and put in my word count and tell NaNoWriMo what I've done into my spreadsheet and everything else, it says, a red box pops up and it says, no, you haven't done enough for the day, you've failed for the day. And I can really see myself getting quite down about that and forgetting about the fact that actually I've just written 1,300 words, which has moved the story on and all of that. So I'm being quite militant with myself, and when I catch myself feeling guilty about not having done it enough, seemingly, I just try and remind myself, like, actually, no, you're doing really well. And even if I was to fail NaNoWriMo and not do 50,000 words, I will still be way, way ahead and set to finish the story in mid-December, which is already a year ahead of the original date that I thought I would finish this draft of the story. So I'm finding it difficult to see how that's failing, Here are some updates from some of the days when I was writing. I didn't record them on every day because I forgot or I was really busy. Okay, so it is the 1st of November today, first day of NaNoWriMo. We got back from Stockholm yesterday. I'm feeling a bit tired. I've got a lot of work I need to catch up on. But I'm about to go and sit down and have a look at my word count chart that I've got and just see exactly how much I have to do today. Bit of a disaster this morning because I woke up and realised I don't have any coffee. So I'm drinking some tea. To be honest, I am finding it really difficult to get going today. It's just that post-holiday kind of adjustment, but I'm determined to start as I mean to go on. Yeah, let's go and sit down and see what we're looking at today. And yeah, so I'm just looking at how much I have to do for each day. And it looks like I have to do, on average, about 1,667 words a day. That changes a little bit towards the end. It gets a bit more as things get to the end of the month. But yeah, that doesn't seem completely undoable to me. I've definitely done that in the past in a day. It's just the consistency that I'm worried about. Also, because I'm going to be away in Amsterdam between the 20th and the 25th, I think, which does also affect the word count for the rest of the month. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, today's the first day. I need to do some work first. So I'm going to do some work and then I'm going to get to writing and yeah, let you know how it goes. It's just gone 10 p.m. On the first day of NaNoWriMo, and I've made a start. I was meant to do about, I think it was 1,667 words today. I haven't done that. I've actually done 847 words, which isn't great. That's about half what I was meant to have done. But it's just been one of those days. I have problems with focus anyway, and I had lots of work to catch up on, and yet various excuses. But that's it for today. I've updated my progress on NaNoWriMo. I'm currently 2% of the way to 50,000, but that's 2% more than I was this morning. So there we go. That's the whole point, isn't it? Yeah, on to tomorrow. It is the 2nd of November and it is stormy. Yesterday was a bit weird because even though I didn't do my word count goal for the day, which was about 1,600, just over that, I did do about half of that, which was about 800 or so. So it wasn't a great start, but considering how I was just feeling really off yesterday, I really wasn't feeling myself. I was quite pleased at how much I had done. And also, I'm quite pleased with what I actually wrote. I really like where I was going with it. And because I forced myself to write at a different time of day than normal, I think I managed to write in a way which I don't normally do, and I'm quite pleased with what came out of it. So because I ended the day doing writing yesterday, I found myself waking up today thinking quite a lot about the story and where it could go next and where I'm going with the whole story as a whole as well. It's sort of playing on my mind quite a lot. So I think what I'm going to try and do on this second day of NaNoWriMo is I'm going to do some writing before I start my freelance work. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, it's the 3rd of November now. Similar story yesterday with the writing. I think I did about 850 words, something like that. Yeah, so obviously it's frustrating not meeting the daily goals that I've set, or that I have to meet in order to get to 50,000 by the end of the month. But yeah, I'm trying to go easy on myself because, you know, the fact is I've done 800 words more than I would have normally done yesterday. So as long as I write every day, I'll kind of feel like I've won NaNoWriMo anyway. I'm still going to try and meet the word count goals. I'm going to try and catch up at the weekend, I think, for all the words that I missed. But yeah, I'm just not going to be too hard on myself when I miss it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, it is the 4th. It's the 4th of November. Yeah, I didn't do an update yesterday because I didn't write anything yesterday. I know it's not great. I'm trying to at least start to make up for it this weekend. I did about 1,300 words today, which I felt really good about, but it's still not what I have to be doing every day in order to reach that 50,000 word goal by the end of the month. I am finding it really difficult, I think, more difficult than I thought. I think maybe I was a bit naive going into this, but to be totally honest, it doesn't feel like I'm failing it because I'm doing way more writing than I would be normally. That's kind of why I wanted to do NaNoWriMo in the first place. It was to spur me on to try and get as much of this story done as I could to, you know, jump ahead beyond my original goal and finish the story as soon as I can, because The story's there. It's all in here. I just need to get it down. All the graphs on NaNoWriMo, everything like that, will be telling me you're failing to meet your goal, you're failing to meet your word count, you need to be trying harder, which I get. That's the whole challenge. But at the same time, I kind of refuse to feel too bad about it because I'm getting a lot done. I feel like I'm getting a lot done. And if I was to push myself any further, I wouldn't be happy with the work that I'm doing. I am trying to increase the word count that I actually do every day as I go along, which I have done, apart from yesterday. So a better day today, but still I'm going to try harder to do more. Having said all of that, I am really still going to try and meet that 50,000 word goal. I am trying to get as much done as I can each day. But to be honest, I'm just finding there aren't enough hours in the day for me to get it all done. I have my actual work that I need to be doing to earn money. I can only write when I've done enough of that. So, it is what it is. If I end up just having done 30,000 words this month, yes, it will technically say on NaNoWriMo that I've failed NaNoWriMo, but that will still be a huge achievement to me. And I will still try and keep up the pace of this writing as well. But anyway, it sounds like I've already failed. Like, no, we're on the 8th of November. Like, it's not, I'm gesturing a lot. You can tell I'm stressed. You can tell we're in NaNoWriMo because I'm doing a lot of this and a lot of nervous energy is trying to come out. But yeah, I felt like I hadn't done a video in a while and I needed to just give some kind of update. Also, I'm going away near the end of the month for a few days. I'm going to Amsterdam, which is, I'm really looking forward to. But it does mean there's going to be a stretch of days when I won't be able to do any writing. But I have worked that into my word count plan. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. As far as the story itself is going, it's actually going really well. I'm really excited by it. And the more I do, the more it just... This sounds like I'm over-romanticizing it or whatever. But it really does feel like it's just coming alive to me more and more every time I sit down and do some writing. I'm just really enjoying where the characters are going, and I can see where the story's going to end up as well, which keeps changing, but it is solidifying there. It's like I'm climbing that mountain and I can kind of see what the peak is going to look like. And yeah, it's really exciting. Well, what I should have said before is that I haven't actually done my writing for today yet. So that 7,800 word count that I'm currently at will hopefully be more by the end of today. I also wanted to say hi to the new subscribers. I've got a few more subscribers since the last video, which I'm really, really grateful for. It feels amazing that there are, I think it's 139 people out there now, just sort of have chosen to subscribe to me. It might not sound a lot of subscribers compared to other YouTubers, but when I try and picture 139 people in the room with me now, it feels like quite a lot of people. So I really am grateful to everyone that chooses to press that button. More videos are on the way. I'll do another of these updates maybe in a week's time or so. I'm trying to just focus on the writing because there's just so much of it to do. I was thinking in the future about doing some slightly longer videos about the world in which the story is set. I'm not sure if I'll do that yet, but I have been thinking about it and I do quite like the idea. I would really like to let everyone in a little bit on what I'm actually writing. So I think that might be quite a good way of doing it. Also, someone commented on my previous video saying they'd be quite interested in seeing a desk tour of all the things on my shelves behind me, which I had never even considered doing. So yeah, maybe that will be coming soon as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Just a quick one today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. I really like reading your comments. Oh, and I've also not set up a Patreon because it was already there, but I've revamped my Patreon. So yeah, if you enjoy these videos and you would like to buy me a coffee, because I do like to go out and get a coffee while I write, that would be amazing. So yeah, there's a buy me a coffee option in my Patreon, the link for which is just down below there in the description. For everyone involved in NaNoWriMo, keep going. I believe in you. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.